Clear line.
And stress. So we have been talking about a yoga VAS system, starting with Valmiki explaining the Rama story to Aristonemi, and then Rama's questions to Vishwamitra and Vasistha, and then Vishwamitra explaining Sukamarshi's story and saying that you're asking the same question as what Sukamarshi has asked his father, and based on um, he asked the question and Vyasa answered it, but he was not satisfied. So Vyasa suggested go and talk to King Janaka. And then based on the discussion with King Janaka, he realized uh, he, uh, his questions were clarified, his doubts were gone, and he went back to Sukumarshi, went to Meru mountains, and reached Brahman. And Rama started asking about why is Vyasa here. So Vasishta explained that Vyasa also reached Brahman, but he is still with the body for the benefit of the society. So there are more people like him, like me, Vishwamitra, Vyasa. So there are people who are going to be always coming back again and again, taking different births and to help the society, even though they have reached Brahman. So he explained that and started explaining because he started talking about life and birth. So he gave the similar to what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita uh, about the births, taking the births again and again, and then also started talking about the karma yoga, which is importance of doing karma. Talked about udyoga, purusha prayatna. Both of them are synonyms of doing actions. And he stressed the importance of doing actions without fail and don't depend on destiny. So he talked about destiny and then importance of doing karma with will if you do well enough karma, then your destiny can be changed. That's what he explained. And then he went into explaining, saying, clarifying that God or Daivam is a Sakshi or witness to everything. And, does not get involved in the giving or involved in the actions of the individuals. So your whatever you are getting is based on your past karma. So you are experiencing your results of the past karma now. So he explains that, and to he suggested doing actions to get good karmas. Start with um, shastram, that knowledge, understand the knowledge, then guru's blessings, and then your pure actions. So which is basically saying that uh, do the actions with the but be there are two types of actions: good actions and bad actions. So good actions lead to Brahman, bad actions take you away from Brahman. So he explained that, and then got into the uh, To be able to get to reach the Brahman, I mean, obviously, one need vivekam and vairagyam. So you get that by doing the reading this shastras, sat shastram. So there he gave three things. Again, sat shastram, then sat sangam, and sat charitra, sat acharana. Sorry. So sat sat shastram is reading the good books or getting the knowledge. Satsangam, talking to the uh, people who can increase your knowledge. Stay with the people who can give you positive vibes. Charam, which basically means that doing or performing right actions are good actions. So if you do stay with these three things, at some point, person will reach Brahman. And to be able to, how do you like Shastram? You read the right good Shastras, Satsangam, stay with people, and then Sadacharam, again, how to do sadhana. He explained, he gave uh, sadhana chatushtayam. Sadhana chatushtayam, the first one being the developing the vivekam or a peaceful mind is the main key piece of doing that. And the second one is developing vairagyam over a period of time, detach, um, learn the detachment. And then he talked about uh, Shadgunams, which is Shama Dhamma. So the things he kind of explained. Shama Dhamadi Shadgunam, that's what he says. So Shama is the Antarindriyam Nigraham, which is senses inside your, so in the body. Dhamam, Vaharindriyam Nigraham, which is the senses outside the body. So you're learning to control them, basically what he's trying to say is. And then Shraddha. Shraddha means the person who focuses on, because experiencing Brahman will take time, which is basically as you practice and practice, at some point you will realize it. But until that point, Shastra is the only pramanam. That means Shastra is the only proof that Brahman exists. So, and until you experience that, you will have to believe or you will have to keep faith in Shastras and do as Shastra says. So, doing as per the Shastra until you realize Brahman is called Shraddha. And then the next one, so we talked about Shamam, Dhammam, Shraddha, Uparati, which is going inside. So you stop looking outside and start looking inside. And then Samadhanam. Samadhanam basically means that you focus on the Brahma and stay focused on Brahman. How, that's when you get the answer. and the titiksha, which is to forgive, learn the art of forgiveness. So these six gunas he explained, and lastly, mumukshatvam, which is to the desire to attain Brahman, so attain the enlightenment. So you got to have the desire burning in you to get there. So he explained that, and then he started explaining about indriyas. So indriyas, chendriyas, and says go beyond them. Until you go beyond them, you cannot realize Brahman. And you have to always do sat karmas to purify your mind. So to purify your mind, you use karmas. And once you purify, then you get to the experience of Brahman. And he, after explaining all that, so then he gets into the originally the discussion started when Vishwamitra asked Vasistha to explain what Brahma said to us to Rama. So then Rama asked the question about Vyasa. Then he started explaining all these things to get to the how to get to the Brahman. And then finally he comes back to original question, which Vishwamitra asked Vasistha to explain that to Rama, what Brahma said to us. And he started explaining, telling Rama, hey Rama, so I have explained all this because of your question that should have answered you. So do not focus on, do not think about one is inferior, that is superior. So between Vyasa and Sukamarshi. And then came back to the question and says that, hey, Rama, so in the beginning of the creation, Brahma gave me knowledge. And again, he gave the same knowledge when Vishwamitra was fighting me. And when he realized, Vishwamitra realized and became Brahmarshi, he actually wanted me to come and say that he has become a Brahmarshi. So Brahma told me when Vishwamitra became Brahmarshi, I said, you have become a Brahmarshi. So while I was fighting, I was still in Vishwamitra, I was in Brahman. So at that time, again, Brahma gave the same knowledge to Vishwamitra and me. He repeated the same thing. And he started explaining the what Brahma is. So in the beginning, there was nothing, emptiness, but there is Brahman there. So from that Brahman, just like from the ocean, you have a wave coming out, a Narayana came out, and then from Narayana, Nabhi, Brahma, and then once Brahma is he opened his eyes and looked at different directions. That's when we got the directions. then he started creating the creation. So he, through Narayana, Brahma got the knowledge, and then Brahma created this whole creation and gave the the pranis or the beings were created based on their past karmas. So one of the things he stresses is do not think about uh, what happened when the creation was happened for a very first time when nobody has any karmas. So because it has this is anantam, this process has been going on forever. So we are talking about he is explaining the one manvantara. So every time Brahma comes, he creates the beings based on their karmas. So that's what he explains. And it's like a seed and tree. So you get a seed first, or you get a tree first. You don't have answer for that. So, but I think there is, as you realize Brahman, you might realize how this whole thing is happening as well. So he and as the story continues, once they are created, then the things is these beings need some things so that they can get out of stay on stay pure, or at least clean their buddhi. So for that, he first he gave the shastras, um, which is basically focused on shuddhi sadhanas. So they are focused on cleaning your buddhi, cleaning up your mind. So they are focused on realizing, doing how to do tapas, how to do satya. Then there are different, dhanam and tirtha karmas. So your these are the tools he gave basically to realize or clean up your mind so that you can get to the next state. But these don't give you the uh, moksha. And then he goes into the additional set of tools. So we'll talk about them tomorrow. We can stop. We can start the meditation now. Clasp your fingers, close your lips, close your eyes, and focus on the breath.